Why is war tricky for utility players? Imagine trying to measure the value of a player who can do a little bit of everything on the field. That's what makes using war, or wins above replacement, a bit complicated for utility players. War aims to show how much a player contributes compared to a replacement-level player, combining offense, defense, and base running into one number. But utility players often play many different positions, which makes it tricky to assign their defensive value accurately. Each position has a different level of difficulty and importance, so war adjusts for that. When a utility player moves from shortstop to first base or center field, the model has to split their defensive contributions across these roles. If it doesn't get this right, their war might be too high or too low. Another challenge comes from defensive metrics like defensive runs saved, ultimate zone rating, or outs above average. These stats are less reliable when a player spends limited time at each position. Since utility players often play only a few innings at a time, the data can be noisy or inconsistent. That means their defensive value might be overestimated or underestimated, which affects their overall WAR. Plus, their playing time is often irregular. They might come in as a pinch hitter or fill in for an injured teammate, so their total number of plate appearances or innings is lower. WAR depends on playing time, so even if they perform well per appearance, their total WAR might not reflect that. Offensive stats are generally easier to measure and compare, but when combined with inconsistent defensive roles and playing time, WAR can be misleading for utility players. Their versatility is a big part of their value, but WAR might not fully capture that. For example, a utility player who can fill in at multiple positions without losing much defensively provides a lot of practical value, but WAR might not show it clearly. It's important to remember that WAR is a useful tool, but it has limitations when it comes to players who don't have a fixed position or consistent playing time. Teams and analysts often look at additional context or other metrics to get a clearer picture of a utility player's true worth. Understanding these challenges helps us see why WAR isn't always the perfect measure for players who do a little bit of everything on the field.